Welcome to Thoroughbred Action. Ron Nicoletti here. What a beautiful Friday afternoon. 10 races to look at. We're going to check out the track, weather conditions, and turn it over to the track announcer, Pete Aiello.
The weather is beautiful, partly cloudy conditions for racing today with temperatures in the mid-80s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, the turf course firm. In race 1, number 7, Atomic Flea, make the jockey Jonathan Ocasio. Racing at Gulfstream. At the rail, Our Glorious Life was away quickly today and fires to a narrow lead from Serenity Path, and on their outside, Remember's marching forward. Mira's Wish gets a better start today. She's currently 4th. At the rail, it's Grenache in front of Coquita Blue, then Atomic Flea, the trailer Mucho Macho Lady. And the run to the opening quarter, Our Glorious Life has the rail in the lead for Camacho, half a mile away, a half length in front. Remember is there second. 2 back to Serenity Path, who gets a good trip in third. 3 more to Grenache, then Coquita Blue, Mira's Wish is 3 wide. Still way back to Atomic Flea and Mucho Macho Lady. They speed to the top of the stretch, less than 5/16 from home. Our Glorious Life tries to brave it up. She leads by a length and a half at 8-1. From the outside, Serenity Path is now into second, passing Remember. At the rail, it's Grenache, 2 better than Coquita Blue, and they're on their way home. Our Glorious Life has the lead by 2 with 3/16 more to get. Serenity Path down the center, tries to take aim second. Toward the rail, Grenache is now third. Inside the final furlong, Our Glorious Life clings to the lead. Outside Serenity Path, running out of time. Our Glorious Life is clear. Our Glorious Life, an 8-1 winner of the Friday opener by a length and a half in the end. Serenity Path was second. Grenache ran third. Coquita Blue 4th in 1:12-2. All set, and they're off. From the outside, Gigi Cakes gets the first call and moves for the early lead from Kate Dismayed, who's away in second. Moving out the rail, She's a Mischief Lady. The package is between horses. Out in the center is Musical Power to race about 4 lengths off the lead. Then Little Gussie, the race favorite, is ahead of only 2. That's Looks to Kill. And Hot Cocoa at the back of the field on the turnback as they swing to the far turn. Gigi's Cakes is on top by half a length. Kate Dismayed second and poised to strike. 3 wide. Musical Power is now third. She's a Mischief Lady 4th at the rail. The package is between horses. Running home from the back, Hot Cocoa. Zayas has an inside lane, but a ton of traffic to overcome. Not doing much at all is Little Gussie as they turn in. A wall of pursuers as Kate Dismayed and Gigi's Cakes continue to spar. Off cover, the package. Loose for the drive, and Hot Cocoa getting out late. Final 16th of a mile. Kate Dismayed has the lead. Second, the package. Hot Cocoa charging down the center. Kate Dismayed is hanging on. Second is the package. Third is Hot Cocoa. Close fourth. 56-1 for the 5 furlong.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. Good Good start from between for Rumors Have It, ridden for the early lead. Our Morning Brew is offensive-minded, moving out the rail. Miss Bucaro is on the march, 3 in line in the run to the opening quarter. Winning Your In comes away racing in fourth, and the two at the back are Cousin Christie and Galop d'Hermé. They go to the half-mile grounds. Miss Bucaro down at the inside leads 3 parts of a length. Our Morning Brew is between horses and 3 wide. Rumors Have It. No rest for the weary here behind a 21-4 opening quarter. Good trip here for Winning Your In. Fourth behind battling horses up front. 3 in front of Cousin Christie, and Galop d'Hermé is last. They run past the 5/16 with the rail in the lead, Miss Bucaro, but she's gone awfully quick. From the outside, Rumors Have It. From between horses, Our Morning Brew. Now racing in fourth and underway is Win and You're In. She'll angle to the far outside, well clear of the others, through a 44-4 opening half mile. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Miss Bucaro fights hard toward the rail. From between horses, Rumors Have It. Far outside, Win and You're In. Our Morning Brew is back to fourth. Final 16th of a mile, and Miss Bucaro has something in reserve, and she's on her way to winning. It's Miss Bucaro and Leonel Reyes to win by 3. Rumors Have It was second. Our Morning Brew third. Winning You're In fourth in 1:10-1. They're off. Awful stumble at the break was Boombox Betty, but she bounced into calling the shots, and Ocasio almost came off. Rough starts for 3 and 4. Good start for Sunset Harbor on her outside, Violence and Peace. They're both headed off for the advantage. They've opened 3 in a hurry on a well-situated Be a Queen, who comes away in third. Flatter Fanatic is fourth at the inside, a length and a half in front of Go Amy. Then it's a big gap, call it 5 lengths, to Magnetic Beach, who moves up inside of Calling the Shots. Out the back early is the gray Boombox Betty after a terrible start, and just ahead of her is Anna Jean. 22-2 for the opening quarter. Sunset Harbor leads by a length and a half with 3 furlongs remaining. Violence and Peace is back to second. From the outside, that's Be a Queen trying to get into third with Flatter Fanatic alongside. This is a strung-out group. It's still 8 lengths to Go Amy, who's working ahead of Calling the Shots, and Anna Jean with Magnetic Beach, and still at the back is Boombox Betty. They run to the top of the stretch through a 45-2 half mile. Sunset Harbor still has the lead, put to pressure, but on top by 2. Violence and Peace tries to rebid and is doing an effective job of it from second. 4 back to Flatter Fanatic, then Calling the Shots. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Sunset Harbor trying to buckle down and turn back Violence and Peace. Violence and Peace within half a length. Sunset Harbor's in front. Violence and Peace on the outside, charging hard, but time ticking away. Violence and Peace with one final surge. Sunset Harbor holds on. Sunset Harbor beat Violence and Peace by a neck with Calling the Shots third, then Be a Queen in 124-2. And they're off. The favorite Masterpiece was off last. In the middle, General Ledger was off first and heads off for the early lead, with Merlin moving to him on the outside. Away third is Freedom Principle. Down at the rail, Sambaru. Out in the center is Full Nelson. From between them, it's Ninja Star, who's within 5 lengths of the lead, working 2.5 in front of Jack Kerouac. Second last early is Ironsides, and the gray Masterpiece, a long way last. They chase the sharp speed up front. General Ledger taking all kinds of pace pressure from Merlin. They're locked up heads apart. They're rolling here. 22-3 for the opening quarter, and these two are isolated on the top end. They've opened 7 on Freedom Principle at a big price third. Full Nelson is now fourth. Sambaru is at the rail and races from fifth. Outside of him goes Jack Kerouac with Ninja Star alongside. Still lingering toward the back of the field is Masterpiece. In fact, he's way at the back, passed by Ironsides, who's on a backstretch brush through a 45-second opening half mile. Strung out over a ton of ground here as they make their way around the far turn. The leader is General Ledger. On top by a length, Merlin is second. It's 4 lengths back to Freedom Principle in third. Full Nelson is there fourth. Up to the outside, Ninja Star. Looking for room at the rail is Ironsides. Samburu hemmed up in some heavy traffic. Wide and Jack Kerouac, they're on their way home. The leader is General Ledger. He makes a break for it off the turn and now leads by 3. Ironsides closing ground toward the rail second. Back to third, Freedom Principle. Then Ninja Star and Samburu. Here comes Ironsides. Ironsides erupting late. He's got the lead. And that's Ironsides to win it by 3 in the end. General Ledger was second. It's very close for third between Samburu and Freedom Principle in 132 and 2.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter, you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
And they're off. Blowing the start there was Permian Basin, also slow away, Essential Girl. Quick start for the favorite, La Dolce Vita, who fires to a clear lead. Away second is Bodacious Queen, and moving out the rail, Little Georgie's on the move. She's now third. Up to fourth goes New Life. Down at the inside, Fierce Fair Shinda, looking for some place to race. Out in the center is Amuse Me. 5 back to the trailer is Essential Girl and Permian Basin. To the far turn they go. They went 22 and 4 for the opening quarter. And it's La Dolce Vita at even money, clear and running well. She's 4 lengths to the good over Little Georgie, who's at the rail. 2-path Bodacious Queen. Angle to the clear. Fierce Fair Shinda is on to move into fourth now. 3 back to New Life as they run for home. It's all La Dolce Vita, dominant at the quarter pole. She leads by 7 lengths now. At the rail, Little Georgie. In the middle, Bodacious Queen. And wide on the course, Fierce Fair Shinda. Off the turn and the stretch drive, La Dolce Vita, an eighth of a mile from home with 4 lengths to hold. Little Georgie is second, back to third, Bodacious Queen, then Fierce Fair Shinda. For yards to go with La Dolce Vita finding what she needs. Little Georgie is destined for second behind stablemate La Dolce Vita, who's in front. Second was Little Georgie, third was Bodacious Queen. Fierce Fair Shinda ran fourth in 111 and 2. There, off and running. Good start at the rail for Retained, who heads off for the early advantage. Moving up between horses, Cosmic Speculation, alongside If Not For Luck, who's tightened up for racing room. The leader drifts off the inside. Trying to speed through at the rail is Santo Dios, and getting started on the outside, it's Nick's Bro. Tight quarters there for If Not For Luck. He got shuffled all the way back to last, passed by Reverend Moon and My Sea Cottage as they speed around the far turn. Retained has the rail. Nixbro on the outside second, dropping back to third, Tap Gold. Underway while wide is Reverend Moon, moving at the rail, Cosmic Speculation. Held up in traffic is My Sea Cottage, as moving up to the outside, Sultan the Great with Santo Dios, and the trailer If Not For Luck. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Nixbro tries to get by Retained with an eighth of a mile to go. Retained trying to retain the lead. Outside Nixbro, right alongside Nixbro for a narrow lead. Retained fights on. Retained, Nixbro gains the upper hand. Nixbro wins. Nick's Bro beats retained in a hard-fought drive with Santo Dios third in 55-4. And they're off. From the inside, it's the Dove Rules, who was away slowly, moving out the rail. Sue Wynn in between horses she loves to travel. Love Actually's not far away. Risadita comes away in the mid-flight side of things. Up on the outside, that's Breezy Z. Frida tries to hold ground 3 wide. Widest of all is Girl in Blue, then the Dove Rules. She's third last. Musical Design second last, and the trailer is Tree Sees Kai. To the far turn they go. They drilled the quarter, 21-1. She Loves to Travel leads by a length and a half. Sue Wynn works off the inside for an upset threat, 3 wide. Love Actually is now third, 3 back to Risadita, then the Dove Rules. And Musical Design held up in traffic. Off the turn, in the stretch drive, Sue Wynn! She just took the lead here, and she's 25-1. The Dove Rules angles off the heels of a tiring She Loves to Travel. Final 16th of a mile, Sue Wynn almost home. Renzo Rojas for a Friday upset. Sue Wynn is in front. Second is the Dove Rules. Up for third went Tree Sees Kai, and fourth was Frida. Bobs away to start the Sunset 6, 55-2. They're off. In the gate, and they're off. Excellent start for the favorite. Back him up. He's immediately in front, but he's taken on now by Feeling Macho, who's on the move. Feeling Macho to the top. The gray back him up is now second from El Goody, who's on the outside of Tigre, and the trailer is to the east side. Field separated by 5 lengths, chasing the speed of Feeling Macho. He's a neck in front. Right alongside is Back 'em Up, and on his outside it's El Goody. In the white blinkers it's Tigre, drafting behind the speed, only 2 lengths off the lead, and the trailer is to the east side. They work their way to the half-mile point. Pace a reasonable one here, just 23-1 for the opening quarter, less than half a mile to run. Feeling Macho holds the inside edge in a narrow lead with Back 'em Up poised to strike second. They start to put on some speed. They've opened 4 now on El Goody, who's a driven third. At the rail, Tigre, and 3 to the east side. Around the far turn they go. Vasquez, he lets out a notch on Back 'em Up and now takes a clear lead. He's inside the 5/16 on top a length and a half. Back to second is Feeling Macho, working well in advance of the others. Nobody running home at all from the back, so Back 'em Up has this to throw away. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Back 'em Up with a clean pair of heels and an eighth of a mile to go under light handling. Roused forward by Vasquez, and now 6, now 7 in front. From last to the east side, tries to get into second alongside Tigre, but at 1-2, Back 'em Up makes it look like easy money. Geared down by 6 in the end. Tigre is second, to the east side ran third, Feeling Macho fourth. El Goody, no factor today. He wound up last at 122-4. Friday finale. Field is in the gate and runners away. Sticky, McSchnickens, and Gabaldon, the first two to begin toward their inside. Smoking a Pancake is on the move. These three in line in the run to the half-mile point. From behind the speed, It's a Boss now races in fourth, a gap of another 2.5 to My Voodoo Doll third last. Second last is Quizler, and Carcone is at the back of the field. They chase Gabaldon to the far turn. The World Traveler, Gabaldon, leads by a length and a half. Sticky, McSchnickens is there second. Smoking a Pancake drops back to third. Out wide, It's a Boss. My Voodoo Doll, pink colors, running home on the inside with no place to go. Then it's Quizler as they reach the top of the stretch. Gabaldon still rolling inside a quarter of a mile from home and two on top. From the outside, It's a Boss. Widest of all, My Voodoo Doll underway with an eighth of a mile to go. Gabaldon shortening up. Here comes It's a Boss down the center for Reyes. It's a Boss has now made the lead. Jose D'Angelo 1-2. It's a Boss is in front. Gabaldon is second. It's a three-way go for third involving My Voodoo Doll, Sticky, McSchnickens, and a surging Quizler, 54th through.
And that wraps up the Friday card. 11 races on Saturday. Our first race post 12:50 p.m. Stakes action tomorrow. The My Dear Peggy. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.